Hello, hello. So I have just had my hair done, which I'm really chuffed about, and I just came on to show it because, to be honest, I never really have my hair down, and it's only 11 a.m. in the morning, and I'm going to put my hat straight on and go out a walk in the rain. So I thought I should just take a video of it being done, but yeah, really, really lovely. The woman Claire who does it, I've seen her for 20 years. I'm a very loyal person. And even when I lived in London, I'd still come back to get my hair cut. When I lived in St.Andrews, I'd come back. So yeah, I am loyal. But yeah, I'm really chuffed with it. I think she's done such a good job. And I also I only ever usually get my hair done every 6 months, whereas I got it done 3 months ago. And I just thought, you know what, now that it's June, I'd love a little zhuzh for the summer. And then I'll get it done, I think, in September because Molly and I have a couple of weddings. But yeah, really chuffed. And that's it. The only thing that actually I do have to say that is aside from the hair is I've seen so much recently of people who own businesses who trash other businesses, and I just think it's so poor. Like, they trash it publicly and they demean the other businesses, and I just think, to be fair, it's only men that I've seen do this. I just think it's not a good look. I also just am like, you have no idea who's who you might bump into in your life, who could actually be really valuable for you, and you're online trashing a business. Obviously, I think within reason, if a business is notoriously, I don't know, had issues with sexual harassment, or I don't know, there's actually a legitimate reason for it to be publicly talked about, but not just little brands trying to take other brands down, just really because they're jealous that they're doing well. Anyway, that's all I'm saying. I just think it's really uneducated. Okay, bye. Okay, I also just realised that that little video, I look like I've got ringlets. So I have curled my hair the same way since I was probably 15. Yeah, so like 15 years. And it was Georgia, my friend Georgia, so if you're watching this, it was all thanks to her. She was the one who, I think, started a movement in school about how to curl your hair, and I have just never done any other hairstyle in my life. So I'll put this up like this, and then that'll be me. Like, if I was to go to an event, that is literally what I'd do. And that'd be me. I wish I could just do something more with it now. Like, as much as I'm chuffed. Also, slick back. I do like a slick back, but then you kind of defeat the purpose of getting your hair done. Okay, anyway, I'm rambling. Bye! So, I have just quickly jumped on because, so today is the 5th of June, and to be perfectly honest, I'm feeling really flat. And usually I just feel this way the week before my period when I'm PMSing. But this is the week after and I'm still feeling just a bit kind of deflated. I'm usually really positive. And I think I feel really guilty to ever acknowledge or to vocalize just feeling a bit kind of flat. I think because I know I'm so privileged and lucky and I have my health at the moment, touch wood, and I just think life could always be so much more challenging. But it's all relative, I suppose, and I'm just sort of feeling deflated. I receive so much rejection all the time. And I just take it on the chin and just, keep going. And I've accepted a few things over the past year, and then ultimately stepped away from them because I just knew they weren't going to be good for me. And I think I've worked so hard to get back to a place of mental and physical strength again, which was kind of, and also I'm not saying any of this to be like, oh, woe is me, because, you know, as I say, things could be so much worse than they are. I think it's also just important to acknowledge things. Not dwell on them, just acknowledge them and let them pass. But I think just this week I've been really tested, and I usually have the motivation and the inspiration to just keep going, come up with new ideas, reach out to different people, create PDFs, like just to be proactive. But I'm not feeling it. I'm really not feeling it this week, and I just feel really exhausted with it all. I think that's okay. I think I try and resist feeling like this a lot, and I just kind of keep pushing through and keep going, but I'm not going to dwell on this feeling, but I think it's quite important to acknowledge, because I think it's something that a lot of people don't really talk about. And to be honest, if you were to go on my social media and see things, then of course it looks like I'm living the dream and, you know, everything's figured out. And again, there's so many amazing things in my life. I have amazing people, and and it could always be worse. But I also think it's important to just acknowledge when you're feeling a bit crap, and that's all right. And that's also life, you know. So, don't really know what the intention is of this, but other than just, I also noticed that I've been buying things, like, and I know that I shouldn't be. And I've been buying things to just try and fill some sort of void, which is really bad. Also, I feel like I'm talking to this like I'm in therapy, but I don't know, maybe if you're also feeling the same, this might help in some capacity, even just hearing someone acknowledging that. I think also it's just a pretense of like always, you know, when you meet up with people and being like, yeah, I'm good. I think it's just so instilled to be like, oh yeah, everything's good, I'm good, thanks. Because I mean, to be fair, like if you were to start saying to people, oh, do you know what, actually I'm not feeling great, I think people would be a bit like, oh, I wasn't prepared for that answer. Where do I go from here? I think just it's a societal norm to just, particularly as a Scot, I think even just as a Brit, you just, everything's good. Anyway, okay, I'm rambling, and that's that. But what will I say? So I do have a really nice weekend. I'm going out for dinner with Mols tonight to Corner Shop in the West End, which I've not been to before. She has. It's more of a wine bar, to be honest, than food. So, but I've heard the food's really good. So that would be nice. We only could get bar seating, which isn't ideal. I hate not having a back support. I'm just old and I have really bad posture. Not old, but you know what I mean. And what was I going to say? It's my, if not my closest friend, one of my closest friends, 30th tomorrow. So she's having people over tomorrow night. So Molly and I are going over, and then I'm seeing another friend on Sunday, which would be nice. Maybe I just need to see more people. I think I spend so much time in my head. I think that's the problem. In my head and not in my body. Just going out and living. Okay. Anyway, so yeah, let me just... So that's her little bag, and then those are some peonies, and that's that. I'll take that round tonight so that she wakes up with it tomorrow, because tomorrow is her birthday. Anyway, this is 6 minutes, so bye. Molly is going to... Excuse my umbrella. Is going to Morocco this afternoon. Well, I'm taking her to her friends this morning so that she can... Was this a good time to vlog? Well, I think so, because I've been really bad,
Right,
and
okay,
I think
yeah.
I think just it's so much of me talking that it must be so boring. We had applied for Race Across the World together. Describe your relationship and how you know one another.
So Holly and I met at a mutual friend's birthday party back in about 2017, and I stood on your foot straight in, and then met in Thailand randomly at Half Moon Party. We both were very fond of each other, but yeah, I guess we weren't together straight away, but we knew we were really important.
Yeah.
We're together, baby. Lesbians.
And we got a call back. We both had to do interviews within the casting hold fire. So both got individual interviews, and they said, and that was a couple of months ago, and they said, look, if you don't hear back by June, it means that you've not got any further. And we've not heard back, which we're so surprised about, because we'd have been the first ever lesbian couple and we would have been fantastic. But the reason I mention it is because I feel like we can't even record a video together. Can you imagine how we would have coped racing across the world?
Yeah.
I think it would have ended up in a breakup.
Race Across the World, I thought
absolutely not for me.
No,
honest to God.
You're spending most of your time on like coaches and
I honestly, if I see an inch of dust, not even an inch, a centimetre of dust, an ounce of dust, I'm triggered.
And I'd have to cope with that.
Yeah.
Which would be really good TV, but also I think it'd be traumatising.
It would be a demise for us both. So the reason that we're out this morning is to get a walk in before Molly goes to Morocco. I don't think we've been apart for, how long is it? It's not even long, 5 days. But the last time that was the case was when we were doing long distance.
Yeah.
And then we did spend like a month apart at a time. Probably longer. But it's always easier when you're the person going and you're the one that's going on holiday. But like you're going to do fun things. But the person then who's left, it's really sad.
You'll be okay.
I'll be alright because I'm inviting Jodie Comer over. And the reason that I was actually talking about the walk...
Do you want an umbrella?
No, I'm okay, thanks. I'm going to stop this in a minute. Anyway, you've also picked up the pace since I got the camera. I'm still not feeling 100%.
It's raining,
Oh yeah, that's true. We just got the Mont Blanc coffee from Short Long Black and it was fantastic. It's part of their summer drink collection or range, and obviously it feels nothing like summer, it's Baltic. However, it was so good. It's cold foam on a cold brew with the nutmeg and orange zest on top with brown sugar syrup, and it was insane. I think Molly didn't want the bits on the top, the orange and the nutmeg, so hers looked a bit sad. So I think in order to fully enjoy it, you need to have those elements, because it was, I think, one of the best drinks I've ever had. And I'm not just saying that, do you know that?
Yeah.
One of the best like cold coffees I've ever had. Anyway, have you got anything else to say?
No, I think that's about it, to be honest.
Anything to say about Morocco? The souks, Chanel bags?
Yeah, so Holly's sent me a picture of a Chanel bag that I have to suss out. So yeah, I'm going to do that. And I've not been to the souks. The last time I was at the souks was about 15 years ago, and I had my friend's dad there to barter.
But you're a big girl now.
I'm quite scared about doing that.
Do they sell real things in Morocco too?
Of course they do.
Do they? So you could come back with a real Chanel bag?
I could actually, if
wow.
If all else fails.
If all else fails, you could just get me a real one. So.
As if. Don't hold your breath.
I don't hold my breath even for a fake one. Okay.
But yeah, I will take lots of content though. Maybe you can
content
put it in
for me.
Your vlog.
I know. I got this Poubelle bracelet with these wee stone set charms. One's a bin and one's an evil eye to protect you from other people's evil. Not that, yeah, maybe evil is quite extreme, but you know what I mean. Bad juju. So anyway, I saw that on Poubelle's website, you can submit your own charms idea. And I basically have, because I love the coffee so much, I think, let me just show you. I'm sorry, I'm on my laptop. Yeah, so the coffee's called a Mont Blanc. And I thought that would be so fun as a little stone set charm. So let me show you the page. And then you go down, custom charm, okay? And then you go, this, got an idea, charm ideas. Okay, so then you can just fill it out here. So this is my idea. So that's the Mont Blanc coffee, and it'd be stone set. On the top, you can see it's got the sort of orange and the nutmeg. But I think it's really fun. And to be honest, it's not too dissimilar in terms of its shape to the bin. So I think it would actually work really, really well. And I know that they've got a match on things, but I'm not that... I feel like I wouldn't want a green as well as... I don't want this to be too colourful. I kind of like that it's... I mean, it's not neutral because it's got blue, but you get what I'm saying. But yeah, I was at the dentist today getting my refinements for my Invisalign. I imagined that my refinements were only going to maybe be a couple of weeks, so I kind of thought it would be 1 or 2 more trays, but I think I mentioned this, but it's 9, which is another 3 months, so I'll finish in September, which means that I've had Invisalign for a full year. So I'm very much looking forward to being done, because it's testing me now. But this is them. I mean, they do, like, my teeth look great. Like, not, I'm not meaning that in an arrogant way. Molly's done a really good job, as have the orthodontists. But I just know that it's not 100%, they're not 100% aligned. And I think if you're, investing 9 months of your time, you might as well invest another 3 and actually get it to a position and a point that you're comfortable with, or that's, fully finished. These retainers don't have the bite blocks at the back, which the other ones did, to keep my teeth pushed, my bottom set pushed down. So was at the practice today. Today is Monday the 15th of June, so it's a bank holiday, because of the football, because Scotland played in the football. And obviously Molly gets Mondays off. So yeah, don't think there's a huge amount to update, to be honest. We're just in the kind of throes of planning either going to Paris or to Palma come, let me think, next month. Yeah, so that'd been a few weeks. And yeah, the reason being, we really want to see Peggy Goo, and we saw that she's playing in Paris, and we thought it'd be quite a nice excuse to go, and we were also supposed to be going, so yeah, that's that. There's such a cool, I mean, this is absolutely needless, but she basically came out with, she posted a picture of this pill box, and it's an Yves Saint Laurent pill box, and I am obsessed with it. It's sold out right now, and also, yeah, it's just, so wait, let me show you. How fun. They also have such a cool lighter, which is similarly to that style, but I'm obsessed. But as I say, yeah, it is kind of mad. But sorry, how stunning is that? And of course it's made in Japan. Sorry, my screen's all ski-whiff, but yeah, I am obsessed. One random thing. Sorry that this month is so chatty. There's not much there's not much that's been happening this month. I'm struggling a bit with inspiration and motivation, to be quite honest. So yeah, I feel a bit kind of fatigued. Not to be depressing, but I think I'm just I just don't have the spark right now. And it's hard to always be so self-motivated. I think when you get so much rejection all the time, to just keep going and going. Oh God, sorry, that was loud. To keep going and going and going. But I know that I'm so lucky and so privileged. So I do, I don't take anything for granted. I think there are just times where things are quite trying. And I suppose it's also just important to acknowledge your feelings. But yeah. And then lastly, quick deviation, I found this camera. I feel like the mum in Mean Girls. That would have been funny if I'd said that about 10 times faster. But I'm basically just waiting on the VC. Is it the VC? Yeah. Let me see. Oh. So basically, I do need to film in here in order to actually use this. Not film, sorry. Like an old-fashioned equivalent of an SD card. But yeah, so I'm going to play around with this once it arrives. But anyway, I just thought I could take some fun videos on it. It's got quite a cool, when I say cool, it's just quite grainy, and yeah, who knows. Maybe it's just super zoomed in. Anyway, okay, I'm going to peace out now. Bye! So I'm currently at the car wash, and I had an awful dermatology appointment today. I don't want to badmouth anyone, to be honest, but I was basically waiting for 45 minutes and it was just all a bit of a joke, and there was no accountability. Okay, bye, I've got to go. I mean, thankfully, and touch wood, like at the moment things are calm, so I suppose there wasn't the same urgency with the appointment, but I was just kind of thinking, like, do you know, if there had been, or that had been a few months ago, I would have been really, really stressed. And I was just thinking about anyone else in the position of, urgency and just desperation to speak to someone, and then that's how your appointment goes. That you're sitting there for half an hour not being seen by anyone, then someone else comes and gets you, speaks to you, then goes and gets the original dermatologist 15 minutes later, and then you're told that you're lucky because you've seen 2 dermatologists, rather than just apologising sincerely for just the kind of how that's all gone. And I am so understanding, but then the behaviour was sort of doubled down, and I was apparently really, really lucky to even be seen, because sometimes people with appointments don't even get seen. So I just find it all really strange, to be honest, and just kind of unprofessional. So I'm currently in the process of getting a ring designed, or I've not come up with the design, it's Aimley on door, but I'm kind of tweaking it to suit me. But let me just quickly show you. I've not recorded outside in such a long time. I'm feeling a bit kind of funny about it. So anyway, let me just quickly show you. At the moment I have a bigger size and a smaller size, and I feel a bit like Goldilocks. I feel like I need a size in the middle. So at the moment these are just the printouts, and I'll put up what the actual what the sort of the mock-up of the design looks like, so bear with. So the bottom one is the biggest one. Let me show you if I know. Yeah, the bottom one is the biggest one. Oh. And then the top is a smaller one, and I'll show. That's my current pinky ring that I wear on the left hand, and the bottom one would be for the right hand, but that's just kind of showing you the scale for from Cineworld, because I love the movie so much. So basically I've just come on to bring this to a close. As I mentioned, Molly and I were in St.Andrews, however, I just felt like I just wanted to enjoy it, you know, rather than filming. So, and also, I think, as you've seen, it's quite repetitive, and we do very similar things when we go, so I actually just think it would be quite boring for you. So yeah, it was actually really nice weather. It's changed a bit now, and unfortunately it is a bit miserable again, but that being said, it's actually okay just now. And yeah, I think this month's been a bit sort of flat, but I think that's just because I'm still feeling in a bit of a rut, or I'm just feeling a wee bit uninspired, and I think because of that, I think that's quite clear in this video. I've not really taken my camera out much or recorded things, or yeah, and I think that's okay. I think it's hard every day and every month to perform or to, I don't know, be creative. I also am just just feel like we're so saturated with content that I just feel a bit like I'm contributing to this sort of proliferation and excess of just content, and I don't want this just to be content, you know. I want there to be some purpose, or there to be some value or some meaning, or, you know, to inspire others or to educate others or to help others, rather than just to post things for the sake of posting. I think in such a saturated content world anyway, I don't want to just be adding to noise. So yeah, anyway, that's just some thoughts, but this is my outro, as now I'm approaching lots of people, so I want to put this away now. Anyway, hope that you've had a nice month. Bye!